Greetings Rummies and welcome to Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to the last race of the Russell Cup 2023 at Oulton Park in its island configuration. Normally I would be presenting Ike, but I cannot reach him. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. In any case, I'll be moderating this sadly last race of the ASRC on the Clio Cup. I hope you're all feeling well, and let's be ready for 3 fantastic races as always. Today we have a very special guest. Let me choose him from the images. Today we have Albert Costa Balboa racing on a Clio, and to some of you the name may say something, to some of you the name may say nothing, but Albert Costa Balboa just won the Le Mans race on the LMP2. Yep, we have a Le Mans winner within the ranks of the ASRC. Ain't that grand? I've been watching Albert Costa Balboa during the warm-ups, and he had some difficulties learning how to take this car on this track, but well, everybody would. Oulton is not the easiest of tracks, as we all know. The track today is on the so-called island configuration, so we don't have that chicane after the small straight. We do a 180, which is not exactly easy. With regards to the standings, nothing especially new. 8 here. As last week, Gaspamrak set himself up as the overall winner. There. With Carlos Avizanda as second and Marc Carol as third. Marc Carol won't be racing today either, as, well, he has some real live racing to do and preparations and all that, which is a pity for us, but good for him. Oulton Park for me is one of my favorite tracks in almost any configuration because of that chicane that we just passed. It's not an easy one, and it's one where you have to be very precise in taking it so that you get a good exit and then get this almost straight perfectly. Hey Marty, how are you, mate? Thank you for the $5. Are you okay? Marty, I don't know if you were here already when I explained it. We have a real treat today because Costa Balboa, who we have now on the images, is this year's LMP2 Le Mans winner. So that's like really something, isn't it? So the ASRC can say that it has 2 real-life racers. I think it's fantastic. One hand we have Marcarol, who couldn't be here for the last races because he is doing real-life races. On the other hand, Costa Balboa just comes here and says hello and does a couple of races even after winning the 24 hours of Le Mans. Exactly, that's what I said when I got told, hey, Costa Balboa is here. I was like, excuse me, who? And yeah, I'm pretty sure I can find Wikipedia page. So, yep, there it is. That's the link to his Wikipedia page. Ah, look at that. He's also racing on the DTM. And overall in the WEC, he is on 2nd place. Nice. So yeah, let's see how he can deal with this type of cars. They are something different, completely different to an LMP2. So, the program today is gonna be the program as it's been during the whole Russell Cup. We're gonna have 3 races, 2 races on 5 laps, and the last race 25 minutes long. The qualifying positions are used for the first sprint race on reverse grid. Then the second race uses the results of the first race for a reverse grid, and the 25-minute race, the long one, uses the results of the qualifying as they are. As we've seen during all this time, it makes for incredibly interesting races. All right, qualifying has ended. We are gonna have Biro, Silvestre, Poletti, Gantar, Andrijasevic, Costa Balboa, Abisanda, Kowalski, Callejas, Sequeira on the first to 10 positions. Kasamrak already had said that he won't be able to race today as he is driving with his family to the holidays. A pity for us, good for him. Room setup is almost completed. I'm gonna put some videos in the Patreon and for members as soon as I have it like really completed. There's one thing missing or two, but they are very small things. As I said, I'm gonna put a video of round view when I consider it's completely completed. It should only take a couple of days, a week at most. Yeah, I have everything set up for videos, everything set up for the future of RomRom, everything set up so that I can race and have tons of fun. So nothing, there's nothing big changed from the video that I put on Patreon and for members, but there's small and important details. Some lights, some decorations, some stuff that I wanted and needed to have here. Alright, we are on the warm-up before the first race. The warm-up used mostly for the admins to set up the reverse grid. Reverse from the results of the qualifying. Let me check that I have everything here. Penalties. Wasn't expecting any yet. Still, this being the finale and everything already decided. We still have 17 drivers on the grid, so that's good. That's fun. By the way, if you like this mod, but you're not such a fan of R Factor 2, I already was hinting it in the last race, and we said it in the news this Sunday. This mod, or a version of this mod, is available already for Assetto Corsa. And we've been testing it. We've tested the beta, and now we've tested the release version, and you'll be able to watch our test on Wednesday. So this mod, this Clio Cup car, which is done together with engineers and drivers of the real Clio Cup, is not only available for R Factor 2, but also in the meantime available for Assetto Corsa. One thing that I don't think we're gonna be seeing a lot is the tripoding, as from what I've seen, Oulton Park does not lend itself very much to that. Oh, and the drivers can consider themselves lucky because like a couple of hours ago it was raining at Oulton Park, so hey. Hey mate, how are ya? Snowboarding, cool. So you have missed, if you look at the number 5 in the positions, you'll see the name Costa Balboa. So, may I help you? First hint, LMP2. No, WEC. It's WEC. Yep. And even further, look at the results of Le Mans. Yep. He made 5th in qualifying, so not that much. I suppose that this mod is completely new for him, but hey, 5th already on the first try, not bad. So yeah, I was very surprised, like something like half an hour before the race, he appeared on the Discord, and Nick was telling me, hey, Costa Balboa is here, and I was like, Costa Balboa, wait a minute. And then so, wait a minute, that Costa Balboa? So yeah, so we have with Marc Carol and Costa Balboa, we are already seeing two real life race drivers within the Russell Cup, the Clio Cup. Yeah, iRacing. Yep. I would say much better, because that other person you're talking about is known for his shenanigans and his bad temper on sim racing. Nope. Yep, exactly. So a little bit. I did show how the track is set up, and there is not that much difference to the standard. Like, you don't have the 180, that exactly, the banked 180 that then goes into a short straight and ends up in that fast chicane, but it still has the slow chicane, so to speak, that I love so much and I hate so much at the same time. Oh yeah, there's at least 4 different configurations of Oulton Park. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. And another thing that you missed, coming too late, was that Marty, as always, was so generous to give us $5 for the stream. So thank you very much, Marty. So we're waiting that the server is set up and to start the first race, which is gonna be, as always, excellent. We know that. And yeah.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Yeah, but so I don't know if you've driven Oulton Park Island with Clio. I get the impression that they're not going to be tripod-potting very much on Oulton Park. For some reason, the way that the curves are, they don't lend themselves to that. At least that's my feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course, Mrak is not there. Marc Carol is not there. So, and I was saying, the drivers are very lucky because a couple of hours ago there was rain. Oh, and we're starting the race. Exactly. So I was surprised because it rained a couple of hours ago in Oulton Park, so they're lucky that it's dry. No, I think that's been the same in the races. I think he is commentating the Russian broadcast. At least I forgot to ask because I mean, we're in steady communication. I have no idea why he isn't doing that. Another thing, like, this is the last race of the Russell Cup, but I know that they are planning a very special one-off, the ASRC. I cannot talk about it yet, but it would be a 2-hour race, a very interesting 2-hour race, not on R Factor 2. And another thing that I can tell you is the preparations for the Automobilista 2 Community Cup are already ongoing, and we expect that it's gonna start end of August, beginning of September. Oh yeah. Ah. Especially because they have all types of cars and tracks and whatever. And we're starting. Oh, Biro has a very bad start. Drops to 4th. Maybe 5th soon. No, keeps 4th. Oh, yeah. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Yep. Yeah, let's see how they survive this chicane, because it's something. Hey. Oh. So who was it? Silvestre or something? Yeah, Silvestre. Silvestre went very wide. Yeah. Oh. We have a lot of people from Spain in the Russell Cup. By the way, Costa Balboa had dropped to 9th and has now recuperated his 5th position. And maybe he'll get some more. There's still a couple of laps to go. And he's got the inside. Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're watching the fight at the top because the first 3 are like a hair away from each other. Oh, Costa Balboa went white on the 180. Yeah, yep. Yep. Gunter and Poletti yoking it out. Hey, Ivy Racing. Yeah. A couple of times. Oh, Avizanda looks inside. Oh. Ay. Dropped to 9th and now up to 3rd. They cannot hear you? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. But okay. That's ouch! The thing is our... No, that's me, yeah.
Yeah, I hope I'm giving you enough audio.
Yeah, now you're there. Now you're there. Now you should be heard.
Superb. So yes, good evening, Marty. Thank you very much for the donation. That's very, very generous of you, and obviously goes towards all of the work that we're doing to try and bring you all of the sim racing news as it happens happens. We saw on the screens Nicholas Paletti making a questionable move back towards the racing line with Carlos Abizanda on the outside of him, coming down in towards Lodge Corner, and is flashing his lights saying, you need to redress this place, you need to give that position back because you shouldn't have. And this 6th place, let's not forget, last points paying position. So a key, this is why Carlos is flashing so much on the final lap of the race as well. So if Nicholas doesn't give it back, he will take a point home from this race. Carlos Abizanda will not.
And we are on the last lap. I know, that was it.
I was going to say, Albert Costa wins at Oulton Park for the first 5-lap sprint race. Yeah, Carlos was unhappy with that finish in the end, I dare say.
So it's interesting. He starts 5th, drops to 9th, moves himself up to 5th, and then just waits for the others to mess up and conquers the 3rd.
And that's where it all comes from, isn't it? Is
sure.
keeping it short and sweet, and taking the opportunities when they arise. I don't think he made, in the latter half of that race, I don't think he made a single pass on, I don't want to say on merit, that's the wrong word.
The merit is keeping out of trouble.
The merit is being there. Making the right decision, and again, it's another one of those things where having the right head on your shoulders, having the maturity to be able to understand where I turned my mic up from my end because I can do that.
No. I already did. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't fiddle with your settings.
Cool. All right. There we go. Yeah. So it's just that maturity of the driver, knowing that he doesn't have to make the moves. The gaps will. I'm sure he's well aware that this was a reverse grid race as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Coming to the start, he knew that the cars in front were less fast, let's say, than he was in front of him. So he's played a really, really sensible hand there.
What I don't know is how much how much experience he has with reverse grids. You know?
Yes, that's a really good question. So let me just see where he might have come across it in his history. So F3 didn't run it. Class junior karts may have.
I don't think they do, but
I wouldn't imagine. Formula 3 definitely don't. Formula Renault,
no.
Not in Spain. No. So yeah, this may actually be his first experience with reverse grid racing.
I mean, I don't know what his sim racing history is.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, that's the thing. Reverse grid is actually a fairly rare beast as in sim racing because, well, as we said, the general understanding of reverse grid is that it's going to end up being a mistake or lead to some kind of accident.
Which is a pity because we, at least within the Russell Cup, the races that are in the ASRC playlist are approved. Within the Russell Cup, they are incredible fun.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things. It's another one of those things where you have to be so careful and so clever with how you set it up. But when done right, absolutely phenomenal racing, and the opportunity for the drivers to show their mettle, not just in their ability to hot lap, essentially, but also in their ability to overtake and overtake safely as well. That's the key thing there, is being able to overtake safely, because anyone can shove their nose up where it doesn't belong. It's doing it in such a way that it's not going to hurt either yourself or the other person that is involved in the overtake.
So we have Jero Calleja to thank for the presence of Costa Balboa, because he seems to be an acquaintance or even a friend, and they just invited him to race with them, which is
Fantastic.
extremely cool. I mean, we have the Le Mans LMP2 winner, so hey, well, one of them of course, because it's Le Mans, so it's not
Again,
only one driver.
Yeah, a very different discipline when it comes to when it comes to even sim racing the Le Mans. It is a massive team game. It's not just the drivers, it's the team behind and the support network as well. When it comes to the real life, obviously, it's not even just the drivers. You have hundreds of team members who will be working to keep that car on the track.
He seems to have a good, maybe even a contract with Emil Frey, because he's done Emil Frey Jaguar Racing, Lexus Racing. In the International GT Open, he's been driving with Emil Frey Racing. Then the Europe the Endurance.
Yep.
What else? DTM. Yeah, DTM. He's also with Emil Frey. So, and at the moment he is second in the WEC. No small feat.
No, not at all. Bearing in mind the amount of XF1 talent is in the P2 class alone, being able to be that far up is absolutely astounding.
Well, F1, DTM, tons of people who are very good drivers in other series are also very good drivers in endurance.
Yeah, I'm incredibly excited for the
25 minutes race.
No. I'm incredibly excited to see even more F1 or XF1 talent deciding to make the switch away from the open wheels and look at WEC and IMSA and these sports cars, these tin tops. Which of course,
I would say the only difference between open wheel and LMPs is that it doesn't rain into an LMP, because for everything else the LMPs are almost as much a prototype as a Formula 1 or Formula 2 or 3 is.
Yes. Yeah, there's significantly less aero on the hypercar, on prototypes generally, significantly less, and it is a much more standardized system. There's a much bigger box, if that makes sense, that you have to work in, and obviously having the wheels covered, you don't get as much deceleration. Really weird physics lesson there. When you've got the wheels covered, you get much less deceleration when you come off the throttle than you do in open formula. But it'll be. I'm sure he will feel more at home in these Clios than, say, previously mentioned World Drivers' Champion would be, given their different disciplines that they're used to.
So let me check the LMP2s, because I know the LMP1s. The LMP2s have the wheels completely covered, because the LMP1s had holes where the wheels.
That's it.
Were.
So, do you know what the reason that's for?
Airflow.
It's to stop. You know the AMGs that did flips on the Mulsanne.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what those holes are there to stop. So one of the things,
okay. Mhm.
what happened was the air pressure was getting underneath the wheel arches and being held there by the rubber.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then-
we've seen the Porsches, for example, do that
Exactly.
often enough. Yeah.
Exactly. So what they had to do, what the regulation in the LMDHs and in the LMHs now is to have a set area. It's a volume that needs to be open on top. Porsche have done it by having a much longer slot above the arch, and the rest of the manufacturers, Ferrari have done a really interesting one where they actually have the gap on the far inside edge, and so it looks a lot more open wheel than it might otherwise look. Really, yeah.
I mean, if you search YouTube, you'll find more than enough issues where an LMP1 just gets airborne.
Yeah, and it is because that air has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
The Oricas, I'm pretty sure, also have that same vent.
Mm-hmm.
See, now you've got me doubting myself.
Wikipedia is always a great friend.
Yes, there is a vent there. So they do still have the hole above there, and as I say, that is a FIA regulation, if I remember correctly. It's FIA or ACO, one of the two.
But not, of course, not the LMP2s. Which Oricas are you talking about?
Yeah, the Orica P217 has the vent over the front wheels. Extraction vent.
Okay, whatever. I believe, yeah. Because I don't find the P217.
07. Sorry, I'm confusing the Orica and the Ligier. That's why. I am a little bit tired.
Well, after 1.5 hours of snowboarding, I'd be tired too.
Yeah. Really good fun.
Yeah.
Now need to work out how to go again.
I mean, all these.
I sent you a message of the front arch.
Okay. Okay.
It's an extraction to pull the air out so that the front doesn't lift up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this aerodynamic thing, it's no laughing matter.
Oh yeah.
Not something we're going to be concerned about tonight in this race. So
the bricks don't have exactly the best aerodynamics, though.
You know what they do have, though, which is the same across the majority of Formula racing, is they have flat floors and front splitters which guide the air smoothly underneath the cars. So there is still an aerodynamic effect.
Oh, absolutely. But nothing compared to Formula One or LMPs.
Absolutely. But it's that air conditioning, that's where it all starts from. Vladislav Zenkov to the pole position, then Heraklea in second, Matti Sola third, Abilander fourth, hoping to score some points in this race. Nicholas Pletti fifth, sixth will be ASRC, and that is your points as they start. A bit of a correction for Savaliev in 11th position, I think.
You think what?
We wait for there we go.
Zenkov is moving, but still no false start.
There we go. They're not in the box, that's why.
And the start. Oh, Zenkov has a bad start.
Costa has a bad start as well, with losing out a couple of positions. It looks like just the one. Just the one. Raul Silvestre getting pushed right outside, and he's going to push that Domen Gantar. Oh, that was a much bigger incident than it needed to be. Silvestre got very, very wide.
We come to the 180.
Yeah, first time of asking. A lot more confidence there for the cars this time. And it was Dolnich that he hit sideways and did he make contact? No. Rudolf Birard has escaped unharmed. Oh no, he had it instantly further down. Stayed out of the wall though. That's the key part.
Balboa down on 13th.
Yep, so not as successful a start this time around for Albert Costa.
Oh, but a very successful start for Hero Calleja, who is now on first position with more than 1 second time. Solar looking at the inside, seeing if he can get an advantage over Zenkov. Zenkov closing the door.
Zander is wanting both of these positions coming down across the start-finish line, shoving Zenkov, and he's going to push him right into the corner. He's got third position already. He's giving Matti Solar off to the edge, but controls it beautifully. Front-wheel drive, man. It's a hell of a drug. But now Zenkov down the inside with Avizander on the outside, still side by side.
But Avizander has more speed.
Job. Absolutely. And that is job done for Carlos Avizander. Big lock-up, rear end all over the place for Zenkov. He's going to get a track cut for that, but critically he kept it mostly out of the side of the second place car. That would have been an awful turn of events for Carlos. Second race, it being interfered with other cars, but now Kowalski looking to the inside of Zenkov. For now, but
Sorla trying to get Kowalski's position.
It's all argy-bargy and toing and throwing. Each of these drivers trying to gain position, but the one behind is trying to make that position up as well. Really difficult to gauge how much to attack and defend. Now Zenkov has to go defensive against Jackie Kowalski, and the two ahead are just starting to...
Gunter lost control.
Is he still on the track? No, he's that's good. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been significantly worse.
And Kowalski gets shoved.
Oh, into the pit wall. What happened there then? So that's Zenkov.
I'm not quite sure.
Zenkov with a bit of a slide. Kowalski got the... Oh, that was silly. How do I put this? So there was a slight tap as Kowalski tried to rejoin the road. Zenkov kind of just drove into the side of Kowalski and left no room on the inside. Kowalski has tried to correct it, but found the edge of the far wall. Okay. That's weird. No, Marty says that I'm being washed out by game audio.
That's strange because...
Yeah, because it should be dipping, it should be ducking.
No, it's not. What? I don't know. I don't understand why it's not ducking.
That's alright, I prefer it when it doesn't. I'll just talk louder.
But the thing is, I have not changed anything on your channel, so I don't know why it's not working as it should.
Costa has just gone for an audacious move going through Cali Hill even before they got to Druids to get up on past Juan Mafuentes, and is now up to 8th position. Absolutely astonishing driving from Albert Costa. No, let me rephrase that. Entirely on point driving from Albert Costa. Having seen his absolutely excellent driving in the WEC prior, he is an absolute master of driving exactly to the limit and not an iota further. Is up ahead. Sakura and Zenkov going side by side. Sakura was behind and saw the previous incident up the start, finish straight, but has got it fair and square on the inside, coming down towards the hairpin. Zenkov again tries to turn down, but the the 16, sorry, is already passed.
And look who is beside at the side of Zenkov.
And having lost the drive off of the hairpin, Costa simply drives past him. Zenkov gives space to the LMP2 driver. I wonder why.
It's very strange.
Yes. If I'd been on time, then this would have been sorted. Yeah, absolutely correct, Marty. Thank you very much. I totally agree.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I don't know why your channel was not activated as it should have been and why it didn't have any filters. I have not changed anything in this configuration since the last race, so I'm completely flabbergasted.
It's a beautiful rear lockup from Albert Costa, who has just inherited 5th because someone's disconnected.
Kowalski disconnected.
Yeah, no, Sekera. Victor Sekera.
Okay, Kowalski is shown as DNF. Sekera too. Oh.
Yeah. So they are still connected. But it was Sekera who actually had a DNF who's actually been disconnected as opposed to deciding to take no further part in this particular race. Not the important one.
I mean, maybe, yeah, Kowalski after that accident, maybe his car wasn't up to snuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, if you're not able, the only points, especially in this race, there's no fallout other than scoring or not scoring points for being in that top 6 in the grid. So from Alexei Savelyev in 7th position backwards, no points being scored at the moment. You are winging it on a hope and a prayer.
Costa Balboa already on 5th. Calleja just having a nice stroll through Oulton Park because he's 2 seconds away.
That said, Alexander is making progress, just not as quick as I think he would like.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the last lap.
Oh, so. Yeah, as he comes around the final corner, that's how far ahead he is of the rest of the battles.
Andrijasevic also DNF'd. What is happening here? Ganter DNF'd. And Calleja wins the race with ample space. Abithanda 2nd. Solar 3rd. Poletti 4th. And Costa Balboa 5th. But what is happening here? We have 4 DNFs. That's strange.
I dare say this may be a server restart incoming. Just RF2 things.
Let me check their Discord. Yep. No, there's nothing new in the Discord. So.
Kowalski had a game crash prior to start.
Balboa from 13th to 5th. Not bad.
I absolutely agree. Once again, showing the class of not only this field in that it wasn't a walkover for Albert Costa, but it's showing just how good these drivers are at defending and driving aggressively and knowing when to give the position as well. That's the critical part here.
Seems Costa should have trained his starts a little bit more.
Yes, he has been falling back, and I dare say he's either I don't know if he's got a clutch or not. So there could be okay, so it was a crash on the driver's end rather than on the server end. So
okay.
The server is all good.
Good to hear. So we are preparing ourselves for the 25-minute race.
Marty has significantly more hope than I think either you or I have for them on Ultimate.
On the other hand, Nick tested it and he wrote the text that we published, the video that on the video that we published. So he says he was quite happy And I have not tested it myself, so I cannot say anything. Yeah, our audio sounds more balanced now because I just copy-pasted my filters into his filters, which should have been there. They should have been there because that's the same that I've used all the time. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna say it was Gremlins.
Yes, the reason why we love and hate technology is because we get to do sim racing and talk across countries and things like that, but the downside of technology is we have to deal with absolutely frustrating bugs.
Computers are there to solve problems that you would not have if you would not be using computers.
Absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on.
25 years in IT have told me a lot about computers and all that.
Yeah, you want to try being trained as an electrical engineer and then seeing how extra low voltage computing and lighting and things like that is taking over the industry, and you're just like, well, this IEE certificate is entirely pointless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, IEE certificates. Yeesh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not complaining. The more we switch to ELV and especially ELV DC, the more efficient we can start making things, which I'm all for.
So we have the last, really last race of the Russell Cup 2023. 25 minutes of racing. Let's see how these drivers are gonna fare on a longer race, long-ish race. But be aware that this is we expect this not to be the last race that we show from the ASRC, and it will be for sure not the last race that we're gonna show. As I said, August, possibly end of August, beginning of September. Things are being discussed internally still. The Automobilista 2 Community Cup is gonna start. I know for a fact that they are waiting until the 1.5 of Automobilista 2 is out.
Yeah.
And while the 1.5 is gonna bring...
Yep, that's the one, Matty. Get those rear tires warm.
Even if Automobilista 2 is gonna bring Rallycross, we don't expect anybody to choose Rallycross for the AMS2 Community Cup races because Rallycross does not lend itself very well for a 1 hour or 2 hour race.
I disagree entirely.
Well,
20 cars.
I mean,
20
yeah.
cars around a rallycross circuit. Yes.
Yeah, on the other hand, Rallycross is never done in a 1 hour race.
No, absolutely.
It's always sprint races.
No, absolutely. It's all the more reason to run it.
True that.
It hasn't been done before. Let's see if we can do it. The lapping. Imagine lapping the sort of cars.
You do it on the Joker
Yes.
part of the track or something like that.
Yes. Excellent.
So, for those who don't know the AMS2CC, which we showed last year, it's the Community Cup. So max grid sizes in Rallycross. I'm not, in real life. In real life Rallycross, it's I think 5, 7,
the highest,
something like
the
that.
highest I've seen is 8. It generally maxes out at 6, and then you get sessions where there are 5, 4, 3, depending on how the heats have been split up. But if we were to run, say, 2 half-hour races on Rallycross, as far as AMS2 is concerned, I know that at least in Project Cars 2, you can put as many people as you want into a grid. I think the most that I got was 12 into a Rallycross grid in the Madness engine prior. So let's see. It would be a very, very interesting evening to 6 in beta 1.5. Yeah, that sounds right. So it would be a fascinating evening to split all the community members up into heats, and the winner stays on. Basically, run it in heats. That would be an absolutely fantastic evening and a really good test of MS2's new implementation of the old heat system the Project Cars 2 had. I might be confusing Project Cars 2 with Dirt, though, as far as the heats are concerned.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Yeah. Hey! Thank you for the gifted membership, Marty, and welcome Rocco Thamanoidus Racing to the channel. We hope you enjoy your stay. You know what we need to do now is we need to have the membership badges be bronze, silver, and gold depending on how long they've been. Is that something we can do yet? YouTube. No, you do have icons. Yeah, you could. It does change. We will look into that because okay, where should we start? Should we start with bronze for like the first year, or is 1 year too long? Marty, we'll ask in Patreon. Screw it. And we are away. No. This is all very, very... So this is, interestingly, this is Albert Costa's last opportunity to nail the standing start procedure that he has been struggling with all evening and really having to work back from. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No. I'm totally with you. Absolutely totally with you. We still have a long way to go, a really, really long way to go on this journey. This is absolutely just the beginning. Yes, I'm with you. I had one of those evenings last night in at Nürburgring. It was not. No, just the Nürburgring GP on ACC. But yeah, we don't need to talk about that at all. I'm trying very hard to see. Trying very hard to find where the subscriber badges are. Member badges, yes. Nope, can't find it. Given enough time, I'll look at it after the race. We have a much more interesting and engaging option to be watching here as the drivers line up for the final time. Kowalski looks a little bit far back from his box. Costa's overshot. Costa's overshot. There we go. Right, so let's see. He has an automated clutch, that's why. Yeah, it doesn't have a clutch pedal. It's, yeah. In-game clutch, yeah. So it went down in 3 steps. That's the reason why it's taking him so long. Either that or he's got something programmed into... Yep, absolutely. So, ooh, Gantar getting really racy in these early stages, and further back, I think that was Matti Solar and Raul Silvestre. No, just ahead of that. No, it was Matti Solar getting into Raul Silvestre in the hairpin. One piece of serious contact that we've had so far, but Matti Solar may well have a bit of damage from that. No, he'll look straight. Looks easy enough. When I can get it working. If I can get it working for that, it will absolutely be there. It's SimHub is one of those things that is very powerful if you know the code to write, or if you know the specific JavaScript that you need. I don't know that. I have done a lot of copy pasting to be a big dive for Gantar up the inside of Albert Costa. Costa gives him lots and lots of space and is going to try and get the traction down on the outside. But Gantar has the position for the minute, goes all the way to the inside. That was always inevitable. Gantar running Costa out of space on the inside and has got himself all crossed up for the chicane, and so Costa, trying to just run his race really, is getting accosted on either side from that 4th place number 91 car. Now up the outside, up the inside for Druids, and gets it done nice and neatly. I've given you the opportunity, mate. You had a pass where you braked yourself, but now it's time for me to make my position. Another big dive on the brakes. Gantar seems really confident when stopping. Absolutely. I see you're checking the thing that I just saw in chat as well. Thank you very much, Marty.
Yeah, no audio from me because I was stupid. Because I had turned off the audio, and because I was drinking, and I don't. You don't need to hear me drinking.
No. Carlos Abizenda with the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:35.383 is half a second faster than the 2 drivers ahead can muster. But Albert Costa at the moment, a little bit of a cork in the bottle, but I dare say that is due to Gantar being very, very aggressive on the brakes at the moment. whether by purpose or by accident, there's a lot of rear locking going on in that number 11 Renault Clio.
And by the way, let's not forget at the front there's a battle going on.
I was going to say, there's battles up and down the field. We have Stepanenko up the inside of a Sedjusak, through Druids. Can't make the position though. Very fair racing given.
Kowalski trying to find a place in front of Calleja. Calleja not making it easy, but he's got the inside now and he's taken first place. Kowalski first, Calleja second, but let's see what happens. Calleja is on the outside for the next. Doesn't. And Kowalski keeps the inside for the 180. See how they break. Oh, nicely done from all three.
Slightly tighter line there from Hero, and that will give him a straighter line to get the throttle down. Remember, when these cars accelerate, all the weight transfers to the back of the car. The inside wheel has a real risk of going light, but you can't do that simple thing that you do in a road car of getting a limited slip diff, because obviously you still need to be able to turn in these cars. You can't just via the throttle and accelerate away. You still need that mobility. So getting the car straightened or not applying as much steering angle, really, really good for these approaches, for these long straights that they've just been down.
And Calleja looking to find a place in front of Kowalski now. Nice. 18 minutes to go and they're already fighting. Calleja trying to... Yeah, go ahead.
Calleja's got a very slight speed advantage there and he's got the inside line coming down into turn one. Kowalski won't cut him down, but Calleja goes across the grass on the inside anyway. Just trying to leave as much space as possible. Albert Costa off in the background. The next question is, of course, did he jump or was he pushed? And he's going to brake and turn in. Gets the apex. No, just carried a little bit too much speed. Didn't make contact with the wall. No harm, no foul. But now Domen Gantar smells blood in the water.
Well, those two are side by side all the time, so.
Well, exactly. This isn't too unusual. The rest of those drivers are starting to spread out a little.
But not the first three. He's not the first two, and Abithanda just keeping a healthy distance just in case.
Abithanda has been taking a leaf out of Mark Carroll's book. He sees the two fighting really, really hard side by side. Calleja's got the overspeed coming up in towards Druids. Wide for Kowalski. I think he was trying to go for the corner, but wasn't able to go there because there was a bright yellow Pikachu coloured car in there. Now he might lose out position to Abithanda. Goes defensive. Calleja's got the line. He's got this now. Kowalski really was very much put off by that dive to the inside of Druids for Kowalski.
Abithanda now.
Wrong side.
True that, but if he turns it right and he gets better speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because that's one corner that, as far as I know, does not have track limits.
Yes, you don't gain any time from going out wide.
On the contrary, if you don't take care, your car is vibrating like crazy.
Yes, exactly. You need to be. It's one of those things that you don't. It doesn't matter if you how far you run wide or how much speed you take. You don't gain time by running wide at Old Hall. You're just creating a disadvantage or creating a gap for another car to use where you would be on the track. Really, really tight cut there for Kowalski coming into his. That first time, that was really very, very tight. Now the lights are on for Kowalski. He means business, and his sights are set on the second place, Carlos Abithanda.
But all these battles mean that Balboa has come now near, and with Balboa also Gunter.
And wide they both go. Both getting a little bit incorrigible, I think it's fair to say.
So Gunter going wide is the typical one when you are so concentrated on the driver in front of you that you just keep using his line even when he goes out.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, and he's left one of the Dunlop hoardings on the track as well now. So it's another thing for the drivers to have to avoid. We don't have marshals that can go and pick that up.
That's something that racing sims should be should start simulating.
Yes. A safety car or a full course yellow, and
some munchkin running from one side to the other.
Even if it just disappears, it doesn't need to be like clever like
no, come on. No. I want a munchkin running around.
Rennsport, that's what you need to do to capture us.
Exactly.
Give us marshals. Give us marshals that will take the body parts from the cars. From the side of the track when we lose them.
I'm gonna after the race I'm gonna drop them a line on Discord.
Yes, that is absolutely the right way to go. The killer app of Rennsport. It's not the mod support, it's not the handling, it's not the graphics, it's we have marshals that run out onto the track and pick up body parts under full course yellow.
That would be great.
Being able to have the option of safety car or full course yellow, just like a binary switch. You can only have one.
Meanwhile, Calleja is once again driving away, while Avidanda and Kowalski are not really fighting, but they are quite near to each other. Balboa is getting nearer to Kowalski, but keeping some distance. I think they are... Oh, who did go wide? Avidanda went wide. I was gonna say the drivers are now settling down, but Avidanda going wide is of course a great opportunity for Kowalski to regain his second place.
Yeah, and Kowalski will need no further invitation. He's already making Avidanda very well aware of where he is on the track. And again, this is where, just like you were saying with Costa and Gunter the previous lap, don't follow the car in front, stick to your lines, make sure that you're doing everything you need to do, because there is a WEC champion hunting you down now. He's gapped Gunter to a small amount to be able to not have to worry about looking in his mirrors anymore, and now he can focus forward, and there are two cars fighting very, very hard ahead. Up the outside for Kowalski. Again, just because Avidanda's defended into the apex doesn't mean that he's going to have the speed coming out, and as they come up towards the line, I'm so used to seeing the touring cars having so much more speed. He's closing in, but now Albert Costa is in this battle well and truly. Big
flashing
flash of
lights.
The lights. He knows he's got that button bound in his rig, that's for sure.
I don't remember who it was. I knew of a driver who always did it to make his...
Oh no!
What happened there?
Big mistake for Albert Costa.
Yeah.
I think he just pushed his brake pedal too hard. Give me a second.
Oh, he's back on track, but he's
lost some positions.
Lost, well, one position, but most importantly, he's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued as to where he is, where he's been braking the previous lap. Is that a late break?
I think he was trying to look for a hole beside Kowalski and maybe missed the breaking point because of that.
Yeah, so he's at the U sign, so
While Gunter is saying thank you very much and is coming ever so near to Kowalski and Alexander.
oh, he braked late. But again, maturity of a racing driver he didn't try to go for the apex. He didn't try to make the corner anyway. The corner was never going to come back to him, so he just made sure that he didn't affect anyone else's race. That's the kind of thing that you don't get when you're just sim racing.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you only learn when you have other people's lives in your hands. Now let's see 5th place, clear air, and hopefully non-square tyres. Let's see what the Inter-Europol driver can do for the rest of the race.
On the other hand, even if you finish
Oh, good
5th,
grief.
first, 5th is
Absolutely.
very good.
No, exemplary display of driving from tonight. Kowalski looks to the outside. We've already seen this trick from Alexander, but this time gets a hook into the apex this time. And hopefully we'll be able to out-drag the 91 up towards Old Hall. They come on the brakes. And there is a cigarette paper between them. Especially accounting for netcode. Big look up the inside as they come to Cascades, but it's not going to happen. That is just to try and put Alexander off.
You would not be doing that on iRacing.
No, because you'd get netcoded. Look to the outside. This is brave. This is really brave from Kowalski.
That's not gonna work.
It's not necessarily going to work, but that's not what he was trying to do.
Yeah, but he goes on the grass, and that's a good opportunity for Gunter.
Absolutely.
Now
no,
has the insight.
What he was trying to do, because he was pushed out there by Alexander, which again, one of those things he is more than entitled to do. He had the position. He was ahead at the apex as well. So to my mind, nothing up there. Just Kowalski was trying to make him take a tighter line through the hairpin to get a better drive on the outside to make that pass on the next straight. Really clever, but you're relying on the generosity of the driver ahead to not show you the grass on the outside of the track, which is what Alexander did. And now Dermot Gantar has seen, I see what Kowalski did last lap, I'm going to try it now, and the result is going to be exactly the same. And now Kowalski, having seen the folly of his ways, is going to try and get inside towards Old Hall. There isn't an overlap. The lost speed, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, but it shows also the quality of these drivers, that that Kowalski did not try to push his way inside. He just said, "Okay, makes no sense. I'm gonna step a little bit back before something happens."
It would have been a low percentage lunge, as they say, and this may well be his opportunity. The 2 cars ahead going very defensive. He gets so tight, he almost hits the tyres on the inside. And that means he's not going to get the drive on the outside. That could have been a golden opportunity for Kowalski there.
And he didn't get the speed.
No. He went too tight, got a wheel on the grass. That's lost him all of the acceleration he was going to get. So, Albert Costa, if you were doubting his ability, as if you would, fastest lap of the race, 1:35.359. Not the last lap, but the raw pace that he has is on brand with Carlos Alexander's peak speed. Calais is still pushing. he's still got a lot that he's having to work for to keep this gap stable at around that 1.7 seconds.
I mean,
Because-
there's still 5 minutes to go. That's more than enough time to mess up and lose the race. So of course you're still pushing.
Well, more importantly, if these three drivers start to work together, then they will be back with him in half a lap.
Yeah, no chance.
Between bump drafting, exactly. Between bump drafting and not just looking for the overtake and allowing everyone to run their lines, you could very well be. And again, both of them to the inside. Kowalski looks right to the outside. He's tried the same move that he tried at Amazanda before. He's not going to get it done because he's just got far too much turning when he's trying to get back on the throttle. Another big overslow as they come through Hizzies and up through Knickerbrook. One of the better named corners. Oh, Albert Costa's got it wrong.
Ah, pity. Yeah.
What did he do
Oh,
here?
he's lost a lot of time, yes.
No positions, I don't think.
No,
he
time. He's lost a lot of time.
He hit the tyres on the inside of the right-hander at the chicane.
Oh, that hurts.
Yep. Does he have... I'll wait for him to get back on the straight again. How is that wheel looking?
Losing some time.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as it could have been.
Meanwhile, the battle for second is still hot.
Further down the field, we do have a couple of other battles going on.
Sylvester and Solar. Or Serisac and Biro.
Not
Keep with this battle for the second because there's a lot going on. They're trying to find a way around each other.
Oof. Quick grab of the rear left wheel, I think that was, for Doman Gantar.
One thing that I love about Oulton Park is you can go wide, but every time that you go wide, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Because those curbs are set up in a way that they make the whole car vibrate.
Yes.
You're like,
they are,
whoa.
they are absolutely vicious. This is not a motorcycle track and this is not an F1 circuit. This is a touring car circuit, and these are absolutely the best touring cars that you could throw at this. That is an overspeed. Doman Gantar made the slightest of mistakes on the exit of Lodge Corner. Not enough for Kowalski to have an opportunity, but now 3 cars as one come down towards Cascades. With 2 minutes to go, it will be this lap and one more for the end of the race. Kowalski's got a lot more of an overlap than he had before now.
This is much more interesting than a DRS train.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing, right, what's Kowalski going to do? There we go. Now he's got it all hooked up. Late apex, gets the throttle down. What can he do? Coming up towards, for the penultimate time, Kowalski's got the speed.
Yeah,
Does
but
he have the bravery on the brakes?
The straight is too short for that's the issue.
Absolutely. He had to try something.
Of course. You tried different ways. If the 2 ways that you've tried before don't work, you try a third one.
Yep. Yeah, anything to, and the thing is, we're now into the psychological game. Doman Gantar is the meat in the sandwich here. He will breathe a sigh of relief, thinking that he's going to have a reprieve from Kowalski's attack, but that is not how it's going to happen. Big lockup for Kowalski.
Oof. I was already seeing all 3 gone.
I was expecting Kowalski bowling, but really, really, really well controlled. He has lost time, but I'm sure with the two ahead fighting, he will gain that back in no time whatsoever.
Speaking about time, this is most assuredly the last lap of the race.
Absolutely. And with the two preeminent drivers absent, we have been left with about the same level of racing as we have seen throughout the season. I don't think, it's a big wiggle for Domen Gantar, big lockup, and a massive overslope for Carlos Abazander, tap on the rear right, front left for Domen Gantar and Abazander. That's how slow Abazander was through the hairpin.
Kowalski trying once again, but not finding the place.
It's a really difficult thing. I wonder if he has felt invigorated by that mistake that he made last lap to go for it into Lodge Corner for the final time. The difference between fourth and third is not an inconsiderable amount of points. It could be the opportunity that he needs. But they are all over the road coming through Druids for the final time. Carlos has chosen his line. He's going to stay there. Domen Gantar goes around the outside, but the number one has an ever so slight overspeed once again. They're going to come across as one car to the line. Can Kowalski do it? He's pushing the pedal to the metal, and he gets it. He gets third position.
The third
line.
So, first Calleja, which was no surprise. Abizanda second, Kowalski third, Gantar fourth, Balboa after those couple of errors fifth, Savelyev sixth, Silvestre seventh, Solar eighth, Zenkov ninth, Sedusak 10th in this last race of the Clio Russell Cup of the ASRC. We are going to be seeing each other quite soon on the Automobilista 2 Community Cup, and maybe even sooner than that in a special race of the ASRC. They are still discussing if they do it, when they do it, how they do it, and in any case, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be showing more races because the quality of these drivers is excellent, even when there's no real live drivers like Marc Carol or Albert Costa in the fray.
However, that does raise another really significant question. Who's faster, Marc Carol or Albert Costa?
I would say Albert Costa because he didn't become Le Mans winner for nothing. So
I totally agree. And I'm saying it entirely in jest. But I mean, to have Marc Carol and Albert Costa on the same grid is going to...
That would have been great, yes.
It's a tantalizing offer that I think is worth coming back for sure.
So, with these words, thank you very much for the ASRC for these incredible races. It's been tons of fun. We're sure, well, they are already working on the next version of the Russell Cup. We're sure we're going to be showing also more races from this group. We're going to be showing the Automobilista 2 Community Cup. And we are going to be showing the Assetto Corsa version of this mod on Wednesday. And until the next time... Oh, no, wait. Ike, any last words?
No, I just echo exactly what you said. Thank you so much for ASRC for having us. It's been a fantastic championship from start to finish. I said from the very beginning, these cars were going to be one of the best series that we could possibly have covered, and I absolutely stand by that. ASRC have done a fantastic job with this. I'm sure the Assetto Corsa mod will be just as good, and well, we'll see you then.
Until the next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium. Thank you for being with us in our streams.
Cheers.